Introduction to Whispers from the Deep, the Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay. Mallows Bay, a serene and somewhat mystical cove on the Potomac River in Maryland, holds a secret beneath its waters. Today, it is known as the site of the largest ship graveyard in the Western Hemisphere, a watery resting place for more than 100 World War I-era wooden steamships. The story of how these vessels came to reside here is a fascinating blend of wartime urgency, technological ambition, and the unintended consequences of rapid industrialization. The global atmosphere during World War I was tense and transformative. Nations were locked in a fierce battle for supremacy, not only on the battlefields but also in industrial and technological domains. This era saw unprecedented advancements in many fields, including shipbuilding. The war's demands accelerated innovation, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible in industrial production. America's entry into the shipbuilding race was both dramatic and consequential. The United States, initially a neutral entity in the early years of World War I, eventually found itself drawn into the conflict. This entry was not just a military and political decision. It was also an industrial and technological challenge. The nation had to quickly scale up its capacity to produce ships, a vital asset for wartime logistics and power projection. The Emergency Fleet Corporation, EFC, was established in 1917, under the auspices of the United States Shipping Board, to oversee this massive shipbuilding endeavor. The EFC's goal was ambitious: to construct a fleet of wooden steamships that would bolster the Allied forces' capabilities and turn the tide of the war. This initiative marked one of the most extraordinary periods in American shipbuilding history. However, the pace of development and production came with its challenges. The shipbuilding techniques employed were revolutionary yet untested on such a large scale. The urgency of the war effort led to shortcuts and compromises in quality and design. The wooden steamships, though an engineering marvel, were plagued with problems and quickly became obsolete as steel shipbuilding and other technologies advanced. However, the pace of development and production came with its challenges. The vessels, many of which were never used, became a cumbersome fleet with no purpose. The decision to decommission and abandon these ships was taken, leading to their final journey to Mallows Bay. Here they were scuttled and left to decay, creating an eerie and accidental monument to a forgotten chapter in naval history. Over time, Mallows Bay has transformed from a ship graveyard into an ecological treasure. The wrecks, half submerged and reclaimed by nature, have fostered a unique ecosystem. They provide a habitat for diverse marine life and a living laboratory for scientists and ecologists. The bay has also captured the imagination of historians, artists, and adventurers, drawn by the mystery and beauty of this underwater fleet. The Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay is more than just a collection of decaying ships. It is a testament to human ambition, a relic of a pivotal moment in world history, and a poignant reminder of nature's power to reclaim and transform. This documentary seeks to explore the multi-layered story of Mallows Bay, delving into its historical significance, ecological importance, and cultural impact. This introduction sets the stage for a deeper exploration into each facet of the Ghost Fleet's story. A full-length piece would expand on the historical context, including detailed accounts of America's wartime industrial mobilization, the technological feats and failures of the shipbuilding program, and the broader implications of these events on both global and local scales. The birth of a fleet: America's entry into World War I geopolitical climate. The early 20th century was a time of intense global conflict and political maneuvering. World War I, which began in 1914, rapidly engulfed Europe in one of the most devastating conflicts in history. The United States, under President Woodrow Wilson, initially adopted a stance of neutrality, advocating for peace while Europe was engulfed in war. Strategic decisions. However, several factors gradually pulled the U.S. into the conflict. The sinking of the Lusitania by a German U-boat in 1915, which resulted in the loss of American lives, and the interception of the Zimmermann telegram in 1917, in which Germany proposed a military alliance with Mexico against the United States, were pivotal events that shifted public and political opinion. Declaration of war. In April 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to declare war on Germany, marking America's entry into World War I. This decision was not just a military commitment, but also an economic and industrial one. The U.S. needed to rapidly expand its naval capabilities to meet the demands of a modern war. The Emergency Fleet Corporation, establishment and goals. To address this urgent need, the Emergency Fleet Corporation, EFC, was established under the Shipping Act of 1917. Its ambitious goal was to massively accelerate ship production to support the war effort. The EFC aimed to construct hundreds of ships, particularly cargo vessels, to transport troops and supplies to Europe. Revolutionary shipbuilding techniques. The EFC employed revolutionary techniques in shipbuilding. One notable method was the use of standardized designs and prefabricated parts, which allowed for faster construction but often led to problems in quality and durability. They also relied heavily on wooden steamships, a decision based on the scarcity of steel and the need for rapid production. Flawed execution. Despite the innovative approach, the EFC faced numerous challenges. The rush to build resulted in some ships of inferior quality. There were also issues with labor, as the sudden demand for shipyard workers led to a shortage of skilled labor and a reliance on inexperienced workers. Outcome. By the time many of these ships were completed, the war was nearing its end. The armistice of November 1918 rendered much of the fleet unnecessary. As a result, hundreds of newly built ships were left without a purpose, leading to their eventual scuttling in places like Mallows Bay. The birth of the Ghost Fleet in Mallows Bay was a direct consequence of America's rapid and ambitious response to its entry into World War I. The story of these ships is a fascinating study in wartime urgency, technological innovation, and the unforeseen consequences of industrial overreach. It reflects a pivotal moment in American history, where the nation's industrial might was mobilized for a global conflict, only to leave a lasting and unintended legacy in the form of the Ghost Fleet. To expand this chapter, you would include detailed accounts of the political and military context leading up to America's entry into World War I, deeper insights into the technological innovations and challenges of the shipbuilding program, and personal narratives from those who worked in the shipyards. Additionally, a more comprehensive analysis of the EFC's impact on the American industry and its role in the broader war effort would provide a richer understanding of this complex and consequential period in history. Constructing the Ghost Fleet. Rapid construction. Urgency of wartime production. With America's entry into World War I, there was an immediate and pressing need to produce ships at an unprecedented rate. The Emergency Fleet Corporation, EFC, spearheaded this effort, aiming to build a fleet of wooden steamships swiftly to aid the war effort. Scaling up shipbuilding operations. The EFC initiated one of the largest shipbuilding programs in history. Shipyards across the nation were expanded, and new ones were built at breakneck speed. The government poured resources into this endeavor, recruiting thousands of workers, including those with little to no experience in shipbuilding. The construction process. The process of building the wooden steamships was marked by both efficiency and haste. Standardized designs were used to expedite construction, and prefabricated parts were produced en masse. This assembly line approach to shipbuilding was revolutionary, enabling the rapid construction of vessels. Technological marvels and missteps. Innovative techniques. The shipbuilding program introduced several innovative techniques. The use of wooden hulls, while seen as a step backward by some, was a practical response to the shortage of steel. The EFC also experimented with new construction materials and methods to speed up the building process. Challenges and flaws. Despite these innovations, the program faced significant challenges. The EFC also experimented with new construction materials and methods to speed up the building process. The haste in construction often led to compromises in quality and safety. Technical miscalculations. Several technical miscalculations were made in the design and building process. Some ships were found to be less seaworthy than anticipated, and the longevity of the vessels was overestimated. The lack of standardization in certain aspects also led to issues in maintenance and operation. Outcome and reflection. Completion and obsolescence. By the time many of these ships were completed, the war was coming to an end. The rapid construction had led to an oversupply of ships, many of which were never used for their intended purpose. This surplus, combined with the end of the war, rendered the fleet redundant. Reflection on the effort. The construction of the Ghost Fleet reflects a remarkable period in American history, characterized by industrial might and a willingness to innovate under pressure. However, it also serves as a lesson in the risks of rapid industrialization and the potential disconnect between ambitious plans and practical realities. The story of the construction of the Ghost Fleet is a narrative of ambition, urgency, and the complexities of wartime production. It showcases human ingenuity and the capacity to achieve the seemingly impossible, as well as the consequences of industrial overreach. These ships, now resting in the waters of Mallows Bay, stand as silent witnesses to a unique chapter in the history of shipbuilding and the American experience in World War I. To develop this into a full-length chapter, you would include detailed descriptions of the shipyards, personal accounts from workers and engineers, and a closer examination of the specific ships that were part of the Ghost Fleet. Analyzing the broader impact of this shipbuilding program on American industry and society during the war period would also add depth to the narrative. From promise to obsolescence, the end of the war. Sudden conclusion of hostilities, World War I, which had engulfed Europe and drawn in nations from around the globe, came to an abrupt end with the signing of the armistice on November 11, 1918. This sudden cessation of hostilities caught many by surprise, not least those involved in wartime production and logistics. Impact on shipbuilding program. The end of the war meant that the vast number of ships built and still under construction by the Emergency Fleet Corporation, EFC, were no longer needed. The fleet, created to transport troops and supplies, found itself without a purpose almost overnight. Decommission and abandonment. Logistical challenges. With the war over, the United States faced the enormous logistical challenge of demobilizing its wartime operations. The government was left with a surplus of materials, equipment, and notably ships. Managing this surplus, especially the fleet of wooden steamships, became a pressing issue. Economic considerations. The post-war period was marked by economic readjustment. Maintaining the unused fleet was not economically feasible. The cost of upkeep, combined with the lack of demand for such a large number of ships, made decommissioning an inevitable decision. Decision to abandon in Mallows Bay, a secluded bay on the Potomac River, was chosen as the site for scuttling many of these ships. The location was selected due to its proximity to the shipyards where many of the vessels were built, and its relative remoteness, which made it suitable for such a large-scale disposal operation. The process of scuttling, preparing the ships. The process of scuttling involved stripping the ships of any valuable materials and equipment. This task was undertaken with the same urgency that characterized their construction, albeit with a sense of resignation and waste. The scuttling operation. The ships were then towed to Mallows Bay and systematically sunk. This operation turned the bay into a vast ship graveyard, with the remains of over 100 vessels slowly settling into the muddy waters. Reflections on the transition from promise to waste. The transition of the ghost fleet from a symbol of industrial might and wartime urgency to a forgotten relic of obsolescence was stark. It reflected the transient nature of war and the rapid shifts in priorities and resources that accompany the end of such a large-scale conflict. Legacy of the Ghost Fleet. The scuttling of the Ghost Fleet in Mallows Bay was more than just a disposal of surplus ships. It symbolized the end of an era. The fleet, once a beacon of American industrial capability and a crucial component of the war effort, now lay dormant. A poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of war and the impermanence of human endeavors. The story of the Ghost Fleet's transition from promise to obsolescence is a tale of rapid adaptation and equally rapid redundancy. It underscores the ephemerality of war-driven innovation and the harsh realities of post-war economic and logistical challenges. The resting place of these ships in Mallows Bay serves as a historical snapshot, capturing a unique moment in time where ambition, urgency, and the subsequent shift to peacetime realities coalesced. Expanding this into a full-length chapter would involve a detailed examination of the armistice's impact on the U.S. military and industrial complex, personal accounts from those involved in the shipbuilding and scuttling operations, and an analysis of the broader economic and social implications of this rapid shift from war to peace. Additionally, exploring the environmental and navigational considerations that led to the selection of Mallows Bay as the final resting place for these ships would provide a deeper understanding of this decision's complexities. Mallows Bay, today, a watery grave, the transformation. From ship graveyard to ecological haven. Over the decades since the scuttling of the Ghost Fleet, Mallows Bay has undergone a remarkable transformation. What was once a watery graveyard for abandoned ships has evolved into a thriving ecological treasure. The sunken vessels, relics of a bygone era, now serve as the foundation for a vibrant and diverse ecosystem. Nature's reclamation. Nature has gradually reclaimed the Ghost Fleet. The wooden structures of the ships have become substrates for aquatic plants, and their decaying forms have created complex underwater habitats. This process has turned the bay into a sanctuary for a wide variety of marine life. A hidden ecosystem, diverse marine life. The waters of Mallows Bay are teeming with life. The shipwrecks have become artificial reefs, home to numerous species of fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. These reefs provide shelter, breeding grounds, and feeding opportunities for aquatic species. These experts highlight the importance of the site in studying the interplay between human-made structures and natural ecological processes. Conservation efforts, protecting the ecosystem. Recognizing the ecological and historical significance of Mallows Bay, efforts have been made to protect the area. Birds and wildlife. The area is also a haven for birdwatchers. The unique environment attracts a variety of bird species, including ospreys, bald eagles, and waterfowl. The wrecks and the surrounding marshlands offer ideal conditions for nesting and foraging. Plant life. The interplay between the freshwater of the Potomac and the bay's nutrient-rich environment has fostered a diverse array of plant life. Aquatic vegetation thrives both on the wrecks and in the surrounding waters, playing a crucial role in the ecosystem by providing oxygen and habitat. Research and discovery. Scientific interest. Mallows Bay's unique ecosystem has attracted the interest of marine biologists, ecologists, and conservationists. Researchers study the bay to understand the ecological impacts of artificial reefs and the processes of aquatic ecosystems. Interviews with experts. Insights from marine biologists and ecologists reveal the significance of Mallows Bay in understanding ecological succession and conservation. These experts highlight the importance of the site in studying the interplay between human-made structures and natural ecological processes. These efforts aim to preserve both the natural habitat and the historical artifacts represented by the shipwrecks. Educational and recreational opportunities. Mallows Bay has become a destination for education and recreation. Kayaking and guided tours offer opportunities to explore the Ghost Fleet and learn about the history and ecology of the bay. These activities are conducted with a focus on conservation and environmental awareness. Today, Mallows Bay stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. The Ghost Fleet, a symbol of industrial excess and wartime urgency, has been transformed into the cornerstone of a thriving ecosystem. The bay's history highlights the capacity for ecological recovery and the importance of preserving such unique environments for future generations. To develop this into a full-length chapter, you would include detailed descriptions of the specific species found in Mallows Bay, in-depth interviews with researchers and conservationists, and a closer look at the conservation policies and practices in place. Additionally, exploring the recreational and educational aspects of the bay would provide a comprehensive view of its current significance as both an ecological and historical site. Conservation efforts. Protecting the ecosystem. Recognizing the ecological and historical significance of Mallows Bay, efforts have been made to protect the area. These efforts aim to preserve both the natural habitat and the historical artifacts represented by the shipwrecks. Educational and recreational opportunities. Mallows Bay has become a destination for education and recreation. Kayaking and guided tours offer opportunities to explore the Ghost Fleet and learn about the history and ecology of the bay. These activities are conducted with a focus on conservation and environmental awareness. Today, Mallows Bay stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. The Ghost Fleet, a symbol of industrial excess and wartime urgency, has been transformed into the cornerstone of a thriving ecosystem. This chapter in the bay's history highlights the capacity for ecological recovery and the importance of preserving such unique environments for future generations. To develop this into a full-length chapter, you would include detailed descriptions of the specific species found in Mallows Bay, in-depth interviews with researchers and conservationists, and a closer look at the conservation policies and practices in place. Additionally, exploring the recreational and educational aspects of the bay would provide a comprehensive view of its current significance as both an ecological and historical site. The Ghost Fleet in lore and culture. Myths and legends. Tales of hauntings. The Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay, with its eerie and somber setting, naturally lends itself to tales of hauntings and supernatural occurrences. Local lore is rich with stories of ghostly figures seen wandering the decks of the sunken ships, or eerie sounds emanating from the bay at night. Mysterious sightings. Accounts of unexplained phenomena, such as strange lights or mists and unidentifiable sounds, have been a part of the folklore surrounding Mallows Bay. These tales contribute to the mystique and allure of the area, drawing both the curious and the brave. Cultural impact. Influence on art and literature. The Ghost Fleet has inspired artists and writers for generations. Its visual and historical appeal has been captured in paintings, photographs, and literary works. The haunting beauty of the wrecks and the wildlife they support have made the Ghost Fleet a subject of artistic fascination. Role in local culture. In the communities around Mallows Bay, the Ghost Fleet is a part of local identity. It represents a connection to the past, both as a reminder of the region's involvement in national history and as a symbol of nature's enduring presence. Impact on national culture. Nationally, the Ghost Fleet serves as a reminder of America's industrial past and its role in World War I. It's a physical representation of the intersection between human history and natural history, illustrating the ongoing dialogue between our industrial endeavors and the natural world. Tourism and recreation. The allure of the Ghost Fleet has made Mallows Bay a unique destination for tourists. Visitors are drawn not only by the opportunity to explore the sunken ships, but also by the chance to experience the stories and history they represent. Kayaking tours, photography expeditions, and ecological tours have become popular activities, offering immersive experiences in this unique setting. The Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay is more than just a collection of shipwrecks. It is a cultural and historical icon. It stands as a testament to the power of storytelling and myth in giving meaning to historical events. The fleet has become a canvas upon which tales of the supernatural, artistic expressions, and cultural identity are projected, making it an enduring part of the local and national fabric. To expand this into a full-length chapter, you would delve deeper into specific legends and their origins, interview local historians and cultural experts, and explore the various artistic and literary works inspired by the Ghost Fleet. Additionally, examining the economic and social impact of tourism related to the Ghost Fleet on the local communities would provide a comprehensive view of its significance in contemporary culture. Preservation and future. Preservation efforts. Recognition of historical and ecological value. The recognition of Mallows Bay's unique historical and ecological value has been pivotal in its preservation. The area represents not only a significant chapter in naval history, but also an important ecological habitat. Designation as a National Marine Sanctuary. One of the key preservation efforts was the designation of Mallows Bay as a National Marine Sanctuary. This status, aimed at protecting the area's natural and historical resources, highlights the importance of the Ghost Fleet and its surrounding environment. Conservation initiatives. Various conservation initiatives have been undertaken to protect and preserve the Ghost Fleet. These efforts involve managing the ecological impact of tourism, monitoring the condition of the wrecks, and ensuring the protection of the diverse marine life that has made the ships their home. Community involvement. Local community involvement has been crucial in preservation efforts. Educational programs, volunteer activities, and community-based conservation initiatives have helped raise awareness about the importance of protecting Mallows Bay. Future research and exploration. Ongoing archaeological studies. Archaeologists continue to study the Ghost Fleet, offering insights into early 20th century shipbuilding techniques and wartime logistics. These studies help us understand not just the ships themselves, but also the broader context of their creation and use. Exploring marine ecosystems. Marine biologists and ecologists are actively researching the unique ecosystem that has developed around the wrecks. This research is crucial in understanding how artificial structures like shipwrecks can influence marine habitats and biodiversity. Technological advancements in exploration. Advancements in underwater exploration technology, such as sonar imaging and remote-operated vehicles, are opening new possibilities for research. These technologies allow for more detailed and less invasive exploration of the wrecks. Future of the sanctuary. The future of Mallows Bay as a National Marine Sanctuary involves balancing the preservation of its historical and ecological resources with its role as a public and educational resource. Ongoing efforts are focused on ensuring that the area remains protected for future generations to explore and learn from. The preservation and future of Mallows Bay and its Ghost Fleet represent a commitment to honoring our past and protecting our natural environment. The efforts to safeguard this unique site ensure that it will continue to be a source of historical knowledge, ecological understanding, and public fascination. As research and exploration continue, Mallows Bay will undoubtedly reveal more secrets from beneath its waters, contributing to our understanding of history, marine science, and conservation. Expanding this chapter would involve detailed descriptions of the specific preservation and conservation measures in place, interviews with experts involved in the ongoing research and exploration efforts, and a closer look at the technological innovations aiding these endeavors. Additionally, exploring the potential challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for Mallows Bay would provide a forward-looking perspective on this significant historical and ecological site. The legacy of the Ghost Fleet. The Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay is a remarkable testament to a unique intersection of history, nature, and culture. It stands as a vivid reminder of a tumultuous period in human history, marked by the rapid advancements and challenges of the early 20th century, while simultaneously illustrating the incredible power of nature to reclaim and transform. Historical significance. The Ghost Fleet serves as a tangible link to the past, specifically to the era of World War I and America's industrial response to it. These ships, originally built as part of an ambitious wartime endeavor, are powerful symbols of human ingenuity, ambition, and the complexities of war. They represent a time when industrialization and warfare intersected on an unprecedented scale, changing the course of history. Ecological importance. From an ecological perspective, the Ghost Fleet has transformed from a graveyard of wooden steamships into a flourishing marine habitat. This transformation highlights the resilience and adaptability of nature. The wrecks, once symbols of industrial excess, now support a diverse ecosystem, offering a unique opportunity to study ecological succession and the role of artificial reefs in marine environments. Cultural and educational impact. Culturally, the Ghost Fleet has captured the imagination of artists, historians, and storytellers. It has become a source of inspiration for art, literature, and local folklore, blending historical fact with myth and legend. The site is not only a destination for those interested in history and ecology, but also serves as an outdoor classroom, providing valuable educational experiences. Symbol of resilience and transformation. Perhaps most importantly, the Ghost Fleet is a symbol of resilience and transformation. It demonstrates how remnants of the past can evolve into something new and valuable. The story of these ships is not just about their creation and abandonment, but also about their rebirth as part of a vibrant natural ecosystem. Future perspectives. As we look to the future, Mallows Bay and its Ghost Fleet continue to offer opportunities for research, conservation, and education. The ongoing preservation efforts ensure that this unique site remains a place for exploration and learning, bridging the gap between past and present, between human history and the natural world. In sum, the Ghost Fleet of Mallows Bay is a multifaceted historical artifact, a testament to nature's enduring power and a cultural landmark. It is a place where history is palpable, where stories from the past resonate with current and future generations, and where the natural world continues to amaze and educate. As we reflect on the legacy of the Ghost Fleet, we are reminded of the intricate connections between our history, our environment, and our cultural narratives. Expanding this conclusion would involve weaving together the various themes explored in the documentary, such as the detailed historical context of the Ghost Fleet, its ecological transformation, and its impact on culture and society. This would provide a holistic view of the Ghost Fleet's significance and its enduring legacy.